Every year, I see headlines about how much Super Bowl ads cost, and it's a lot. This year, it was $6 million for a 30-second ad spot. In fact, if this video were a Super Bowl ad, it would have already cost me $2 million. That's insane. But could it be that Super Bowl commercials are actually worth it? I suspect that Super Bowl commercials are actually a bargain and might even be more expensive than YouTube ads. See, the headlines don't take into account the one number that the companies purchasing Super Bowl ads actually care about, and that's the cost per view. How much does it cost every time somebody sees their advertisement? So to find out which is a better value, YouTube versus the Super Bowl, all we have to do is calculate the cost of each ad and see what costs more. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna go on a side quest to find the answer to something I've always wanted to know. And that is, if I sit down and watch the whole Super Bowl, how much is my individual view worth? Like, how much money did all the advertisers collectively pay to reach a single person? I have no idea, but stick around to the end to find out, and you'll have a fun factoid to drop on Super Bowl Sunday. And back to the main quest, what's more expensive, a football ad or an internet ball ad? But there's a problem. No one releases this information. Not football, not YouTube, but the internet holds all the different pieces of the equation we need to know to calculate cost per view. Don't worry, I won't make you do the math. It's actually pretty simple. All we have to do is divide the cost of an ad by the number of people that watch the ad. For cost, some Super Bowl ads are in more desirable locations, so in 2022, they cost $6.5 million. Others are in less desirable spots, so they cost $5 or $5.5. To make the math easier, we're going to pick a nice even $6 million per ad. So we have our costs. Now we just need to know how many people are going to watch it. We don't know for sure, but we can take an educated guess. The internet tells us the last 5 years of data. Yay, data. 2021's definitely hurting our average here, but on average, 111,930,000 people watched the Super Bowl. A linear regression of this data says maybe 101.9 million will watch it this year, so I'm going to split the difference between the average and the linear regression and estimate that 105 million people are going to watch the Super Bowl. So now we can calculate our cost per view of a Super Bowl ad. $6 million divided by 105 million projected viewers gives us 5.714 cents per view. That feels like a pretty good price per view, but let's compare it to YouTube. Just like the TV networks, YouTube doesn't give us hard data, but people have invested a lot to try to figure this out. Here's a report from 2018 that kind of breaks it down by industry. Some ads end up costing more than others. For example, home and garden and adult beverage content. So what I've learned from this is if I want to make money as a YouTuber, I should get my channel classified as an adult beverage review channel. And boy, do I love this Lost Bourbon. Boy, do I love this. Not sponsored, but it could be. Never slurp bourbon. Whew. But seriously, send me more. Anyways, sports is the category we care about though because Super Bowl. So in 2018, a YouTube ad was 3.4 cents a view, which is a lot cheaper than the 5.7 cents a view we saw for a Super Bowl ad. So we can be done there, but that number's wrong because this video, like many things over the last couple years, are made more complicated by the illness that shall not be named upon punishment of demonetization. TM. It turns out in 2020, ad prices crashed as bad as the stock market. Pour one out for my 401k. Ugh. And ad prices haven't really been forecastable since then. So I'm going to get my own data by running my own ad on YouTube. Running ads can be expensive, so like many YouTubers, I found a sponsor to cover the cost of this video. Thanks to my personal bank account for sponsoring me this whopping $20 to run YouTube ads and get an actual cost per view. I'm only going to target Super Bowl and related, which I can do because Google is creepy and Facebook stalks your entire life. I set my budget for $20 and we're going to run this ad, which I now present to you. Here is my ad. If you're seeing this video, it's because you're part of an experiment for my new YouTube channel. I guess you can subscribe to my channel. Thanks for unwittingly participating in my experiment. I'm really excited to see the results. And now here's some random stock footage to fill up the rest of the time. I love this ad. One interesting tidbit is that a good ad will get more clicks, and be cheaper per view. The power of thumbnails, audience retention, and all that. So the ad's been running for the last 2 days, and I'm all out of sponsor money. Let's see how it did. 2 cents a view. That's the best cost per view I've seen. I've done YouTube ads professionally. Maybe I should stick to my day job. Ooh. Okay. So our data is pretty clear that YouTube ads are, well, at least my YouTube ad costs 2 cents a view, and a Super Bowl ad costs 5.7 cents a view. Big asterisk though. How do you do an asterisk with your hands? Big asterisk though, because my research says that other suckers are paying YouTube between 10 and 30 cents per view. So even though my ad was cheaper, on average, I think it's entirely possible that a Super Bowl ad could be cheaper than your standard YouTube ad, depending on your target audience. But wait a second. Hey, so I'm sitting here editing the video, and I'm really pretty disappointed with the results overall of my ad. I think I was too broad with my targeting. So I talked to my sponsor and decided to run a second ad, and this time I'm only targeting people interested in football explicitly, and I'm only placing that ad on ESPN and the NFL channel. So a pretty targeted audience. And I want to show you how much this ad cost me. This ad costs 30 cents a view. So what this means is if you really want to reach the Super Bowl audience, paying 30 cents a view is totally in the ballpark. So 5.7 cents per view on a Super Bowl ad is 100% worth it. And the YouTube ad is almost 6 times more expensive. Now it's time for our 30-second side quest. If you sit down and watch the Super Bowl in its entirety, how much will advertisers pay for your single view? With some internet sleuthing, I found out that the last 5 Super Bowls, there have been an average of 43.4 minutes of commercials, which means you'll see about 87 30-second long ads. At $6 million an ad, that's $522 million spent by advertisers. We divide that by our projected 105 million viewers, and we get $4.97. That means if you watch the Super Bowl, you're worth about $5 to advertisers, but I'm sure a lot more to the people around you. Aww. This channel is very much a side project, so if you enjoyed it, you can buy me a coffee or do the Patreon thing and help me fund my next project. I think I might put a potato on a lathe and make like an epic french fry. Links and sources for all the data is down below. Make sure you smash that subscribe